Now in hour 18, most of us will never forget last summer's unrest following the police killing of George Floyd. Tonight, a scathing report has found Chicago and its police department were simply not prepared or trained for such large-scale protests and looting. CBS 2's Tara Molina, always investigating, spent the day digging into said report. Tara, it gives very specific examples of how unprepared CPD was.
Brad, very specific examples of exactly what we saw here in Chicago last spring and into the summer. According to the independent investigator, even if the city and the police department knew the large scale of what those events would look like, they did not have the proper procedures or training in place to handle them. Massive protests across the city and more than protests. Looting, rioting, chaos. Damage to public and private property and millions spent on overtime. The city of Chicago and the Chicago Police Department were not ready to handle any of it, according to this. The 464-page report just filed in federal court by the independent monitoring team tracking the police department's compliance with the federal consent decree. They say, quote, the city and the CPD did not have the policies, reporting practices, training, equipment, data analysis, community engagement, or interagency coordination required to respond effectively. A few examples: officers weren't trained on mass arrest procedures and didn't have the right equipment. CPD personnel reported that personnel went to stores to buy equipment with their own money. And CPD did not have enough appropriate vehicles. Officers told us they had to drive out of state to pick up equipment or rental vans. And with city and police dealing with communication issues because hackers intermittently interrupted radios. According to the report, many officers didn't know the city planned to raise bridges and ended up getting stuck on either side. And one police wagon was damaged because it was stuck on a bridge when that bridge was raised. The report emphasizing even after days of this, CPD still did not have a clear system for how to organize platoons or how to distribute and track resources. Reports of excessive force tied to that lack of preparation, with some of the members of the community interviewed who participated in what they described as peaceful protest, quote, said that officers were verbally abusive toward them, pushed and shoved them, tackled them to the ground, pushed them downstairs, pulled their hair, and struck them with batons.
The police officers were also intentional about trying to escape accountability by doing things like not having body cams on, not wearing their name badges.
Sheila Betty is a clinical professor of law at Northwestern and the director of Community Justice and Civil Rights Clinic. She pushed for this report. Now, she says change and accountability need to happen immediately.
The city of Chicago, the Chicago Police Department needs to respond. It needs to respond with some urgency to ensure that people are protected from this kind of violence and that the officers who engaged in this harm are held accountable and are not allowed to police our communities.
Now, Chicago police said in a statement today that they've identified many of the same issues this report does. They've already made some changes and they continue to make changes to ensure accountability in their response. Brad?
Tara, we know the independent team behind this report is still at work, so what's next there?
Brad, that team is actually meeting with community members right now virtually to discuss the department's changing foot pursuit policy. That's something they were already working to change, but as we know, it was highlighted that there were issues there in the police killing of Adam Toledo earlier this year.
All right, amongst the pigeons aflutter, Tara Molina, thank you.